You've seen higher prices at the grocery store recently, and now farmers are starting to raise concerns about the crop they just planted. Their costs are adding up, paying more for fertilizer, seed, and fuel. 3 News Now reporter Isabella Basco is in studio. And Isabella, it sounds like farmers have some worries.
That's right, Mark. Farming as is already full of uncertainty, but this year brings new variables. There's fewer field workers, transportation issues, to name a few, and it could mean that we'll pay more for some food items. This season, farmer Zak Kennedy is 3 weeks behind in planting season and faces higher prices for fuel, fertilizer, and seed.
All of our inputs are higher, remarkably higher year on year. As a business owner, I look at it, my prices that I'll receive on the other side are going to be high enough to offset those for this year. We don't know what that means for next year.
How does this impact crops? The USDA reports corn production will likely go down more than 4%. The average price for corn is expected to be up by almost $1. Feed grain prices will also increase due to strong demand and elevated global commodity prices. Kennedy says to keep an eye on cereal grains and anything made with wheat.
I think you're probably going to see a few things that you're used to buying at the grocery store that might not be there, or might be remarkably higher.
John Boyd Jr., the president of the National Black Farmers Association, warns Midwestern farmers are hurting.
Members of the NBFA don't have farm operating loans right now. So we're hearing from an awful lot of farmers that are going to sit this one out due to the high cost of inflation.
The high prices farmers pay up front, Boyd Jr. estimates, will lead to families paying a high cost.
Average family of 4, you're probably going to see 25 to 40% increase in food costs. That's my prediction.
In the meantime, farmers like Kennedy will be in the fields, worried about crops and prices.
It's been very stressful. There's things you can get, things you can't. Everything that we buy and we use is remarkably higher. So trying to keep everything in balance is it's very interesting at times.
The rising interest rates also worry some farmers, and transporting crops could also be an issue. In the meantime, they'll keep an eye on the weather, as always. In the studio, Isabella Basco, 3 News Now.